What's going on, guys? Messi here and welcome to a brand new video. Welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. And today is going to be Wednesday the 26th of June. Got confirmed deals to go through as well as the rumours. So just before we get started, if you could do that good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. Yesterday's episode will be down below in the description box, and current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time is a new transfer episode. And finally, in the comment section below, where do you think Neymar will be playing his football next season? Will he stay at PSG, move back to Barca, or maybe even go to Real Madrid? Right, let's get started with the confirmed deals then. And first up is a player that you might recognise back in the day from FIFA Ultimate Team as Gary McKay-Steven. He joined MLS side New York City FC from Aberdeen as a free transfer. And I'm not too sure if on FIFA Ultimate Team he still has 5-star skill moves or not, as silvers aren't really used anymore. Then we've got Sammy Amiobi. He joined Nottingham Forest from Bolton. It's a free transfer and he signed a 1-year deal. Takashi Usami has gone back to Gamba Osaka from FC Augsburg in the Bundesliga at an undisclosed fee. Dermich has joined Premier League new boys Norwich City from Borussia Mönchengladbach. It's a free transfer for him and he signed a 3-year contract. Varea has joined Ajax for a second spell, I believe, from Benfica. It's a loan deal for this season with an option to buy for €5 million. Then we have a player that I featured yesterday but not as a done deal, but it's all official now, all been announced, and that is Quincy Promes. He's also gone to Ajax from Sevilla at its initial €15.7 million, but that could rise to potential 17.2 mil after add-ons, and he's on a 5-year contract. And as I mentioned in the previous episode, Sevilla did pay €20 million for him a year ago from Spartak Moscow, and it didn't really work out for him, but maybe a move to Ajax now, it could be a very good thing for his career. He might even reach the levels he reached at FC Twente and Spartak Moscow. And next up, according to Bild, they're saying Wellington Phoenix midfielder Sarpreet Singh has arrived in Munich as a head of a transfer to Bayern and is expected to play for Bayern's second team initially. There are a few German clubs interested, but the president of Wellington Phoenix has said a move to Bayern could be on the cards, and I think he's even having his medical. Then we've got one from Sky Italia. They're saying De Rossi has a few suitors in the Serie A. It was confirmed a few days ago he won't be going to Boca or the MLS, but instead will remain in the Serie A. AC Milan, Fiorentina and Bologna are among the clubs looking to sign the veteran midfielder. Milan's new sporting director Frederic Massara, he's one of the directors at Roma last year who tried to sign De Rossi to a contract extension. Meanwhile, Fiorentina have contacted De Rossi and his agent, but the player is now taking his time about his options and is expected to make his decision by next week. It will be very odd to see De Rossi in a different shirt that's not Roma, but it definitely will be happening for the upcoming campaign. And next up, according to the Telegraph, they're saying Liverpool have beaten Ajax and Bayern Munich to the signing of 17-year-old centre-back Sepp van der Berg. It's from PEC Oswald, I believe it is from the Eredivisie, and he's said to have a medical today, and the fee will be £1.79 million. A very short one from a journalist called Baron Cross. He has said Jack Harrison is set for a second loan spell at Leeds United this season. I could be wrong, but I think he's still owned by Manchester City, but either way, a second loan spell at Ellen Road is looking very likely. And now moving on, according to French outlet Nice Matin, they're reporting that OGC Nice forward Alain Saint-Maximin is close to agreeing personal terms with Newcastle United. It's over a possible transfer to the Premier League side, though because Rafa Benitez is no longer the manager, I'm not sure if that'll have an effect on a potential deal. Though before getting too far ahead of it, as of right now the fee hasn't been mentioned, but Nice are looking for around €30 million for the player, and the Magpies, they're willing to pay 25 mil. And it could be a very strange and interesting summer ahead for Newcastle, because yet again they've been let down by Mike Ashley, and whatever manager comes in has got a very tough job. Because just a couple weeks ago there were rumours saying that Newcastle were getting taken over and would have a lot of money to spend, but here we are yet again, same old situation. The Mirror are saying Arsenal are targeting Borussia Dortmund defender Zagadou as Unai Emery continues to pursue young centre-back options. The Gunners have been linked with St Etienne teenage defender William Saliba and are also trying to secure the 20-year-old Zagadou, who currently has 3 years left on his contract. Zagadou impressed at the Under-20 World Cup, but he could be available from Borussia Dortmund because they've re-signed Mats Hummels. And reports in France are suggesting that Arsenal tried to accelerate the deal for Saliba yesterday, and the most likely situation right now is they pay 30 million euros for him, but he spends next season on loan back to St Etienne. Celtic are interested in signing Huddersfield Town's Matthias Zanka Jorgensen this summer. That's according to Daily Record. And because Huddersfield did get relegated, I imagine Jorgensen will look to move on, and Celtic could well be a good destination. And next up, according to Bild, they're saying Bayern Munich are considering a move for Yannick Carrasco. That's as a potential alternative to Leroy Sané of Manchester City. It looks likely right now the German international will be staying at City with a new contract offer on the table, and Carrasco has previously been linked to Arsenal as he wants to move away from Dalian Yifang. And now, according to Gianluca Damasio, he is saying Juventus are expecting a positive answer from Adrian Rabiot today, or yesterday should I say, because the article says tomorrow. So it's a bit confusing, but if it goes to plan, basically he's expected to sign on July the 1st, and it will be a free transfer. And it looks like Juve are prioritising the signings of De Ligt for 70 mil and Rabiot on a free over a return of Paul Pogba. And next up, according to the Mirror again, they are saying Spurs are monitoring 19-year-old Denmark youth international Andreas Skov Olsen. He currently plays for FC Nordsjælland and is valued at £15 million. Swansea striker Wilfred Boney has been offered to Marseille, but the Ligue 1 club are not interested in his services. That's according to Le Temps Sport. Boney spent last season on loan to Qatari side Al Arabi, and with his Swans deal set to run out, he was offered to Marseille, but the interest was there in the past but not anymore. And that is despite it being a potential free transfer, and you'd imagine that Marseille want to bring players in, but their financial fair play restrictions right now, they're definitely struggling with it. But the reasons they're put off by a potential deal are the fact he's 30 years old, he has got knee injury issues, and a very high salary. Real Madrid have set their sights on Napoli midfielder Fabio Ruiz, according to AS. The 23-year-old made 40 appearances for the Italian side in all competitions in 2018-19 after joining from Real Betis, and he's also had an impressive under-21 European Championship. He has already caught the eye of Madrid, but Napoli holding out for around 70 million euros, which for this summer window could prove difficult for the Spanish side. It's not that Real Madrid can't afford it, because they definitely can, but they've spent a lot of money already, and now instead of focusing on incomings, they're focused on selling players instead. And next up, according to Alfredo Padula, should I say, he's saying Leonardo is a known fan of Sergei Milinkovic-Savic. After trying to sign him at AC Milan last summer, the Brazilian is now trying to bring him to the French capital and join Paris Saint-Germain. PSG have made a 75 to 80 million euro offer to Lazio for the 24-year-old midfielder, and he's currently the number one target to improve their midfield this summer as they're trying to get rid of Leandro Paredes. There is competition for his signature, but right now PSG have made the first move, and Caos and Mercato have gone one step further and saying that PSG are on the verge of completing a deal worth 80 million euros. Damasio is saying that Stefan El Shaarawy has received a 12 million euro salary offer from a Chinese club, and Roma are currently asking for a 20 million euro fee. The article doesn't say what club it would be, but my guess would be Dalian Yifang, especially if they do sell Carrasco, they'll want to bring a big name to replace him. And Damasio has also said that Napoli is still working for the final go-ahead from Real Madrid for James Rodriguez. It'd be a 5 million euro loan deal, plus a 30 million euro option to buy. And James Rodriguez has admitted that he doesn't know where he'll be playing next season. Obviously it won't be Bayern, but he could stay at Real Madrid. They're looking very unlikely, but Napoli are still looking like the favourites. The Independent have got a very interesting one, saying that PSG have offered Manchester United the possibility of swapping Brazilian forward Neymar for France midfielder Paul Pogba. But United have rejected that offer because they think the Brazilian would be too expensive. It wouldn't just be player for player like you get Pogba, we get Neymar. It would be Paul Pogba plus money. And we have yet another story about Neymar, this time from Sport. They're saying Barcelona and Neymar have agreed personal terms already on a return to the former club. He's said to earn £400,000 per week and he'll sign a 5-year contract. And the forward is so determined to go back to the Camp Nou, he's agreed to take a massive pay cut to seal a move this year. It's all well and good agreeing personal terms with a player, but if they can't agree a deal with Paris Saint-Germain, I can't see a deal happening. Though, given how the window's currently going with transfers happening left, right and centre, it really won't surprise you too much. Then we have a short update about JOAO FELIX's potential move to Atletico Madrid. So AS today are saying that Atletico Madrid will put a £313 million sell-on clause in his contract. Now, I think that converts to 350 million euros or there or thereabouts, and he will cost Atletico 120 million. And now we have some official news for Chelsea fans regarding their managerial situation, which right now obviously is vacant. But Derby County have officially given Chelsea permission to speak to former player Frank Lampard about the role, and they're hoping that a deal can be sorted out as soon as possible. Lampard spent 13 years as a Chelsea player, and the statement from Derby does say, with pre-season fast approaching for both clubs, it is hoped that this will allow Chelsea to swiftly conclude their discussions. The club will make no further comment until it is appropriate to do so. So Chelsea fans, what are your opinions on this potential appointment of Frank Lampard? Are you excited to see how it works out, optimistic, or are you somewhat nervous? But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So if you could do that good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and pressing the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. Yesterday's episode will be down below in the description box, and current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time is a new transfer upload. And finally, in the comment section below, where will Neymar be playing next season? Let them down below. So thank you for watching this video, I'll see you next time.